Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
Halbkast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello, everyone.
Hello!
We're on an episode of Timecast!
Timecast.
It's a show where we get hyped about stuff and things and time. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I am your other co-host, David Bell.
And I'm Matt Goldberg. I've been invited on. I am a freelance writer and happy to be here.
Hey,
Welcome,
it's good to finally have you on.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk about movies of 96.
Yeah, we're doing specifically May of 1996 because it is May, right? It's
May.
I've been
remains
having
May.
trouble with the months lately. I don't know what it is.
Time is difficult.
I
right
actually
now.
think I don't know why, but April and May I really have trouble with. I don't know what is the deal. Like one's a 4, one's a 5. One's spelled completely differently and pronounced completely differently, but I always get them mixed up. So that's my deal. Matt, welcome. Do you have anything you want to tell people about or plug anything or people will want to find you? So where can they find you on the internet?
Yeah, I think the best place to find me is I have an entertainment newsletter called Commentary Track. And that's where I write reviews, talk about current developments in the media or some show I've been watching. And it's free to subscribe. There's extra newsletters for paid subscribers, but you can check that out at commentarytrack.net.
Sweet.
Excellent.
Commentarytrack.net. Everybody check it out. Thank you for being on once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Matt and I worked together at Collider for several years. It's good to have you on the show.
We were sort of the last hurrah of like weird articles that you can get away with. And like, even now I went to Tom wrote a brilliant article about like the tiny door in Godzilla versus
in Godzilla. That's right.
Godzilla versus Kong. And I earlier this week, I saw Backrooms and I was like, tiny door. I'm
seeing that after this, actually.
Yeah, no, I have to see it. I think tomorrow is when I have to see it.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that one blows my mind because my nephew is 20 years old. It's the same age as the filmmaker.
I know.
It's like seeing the trailer and being like this weird child who occasionally remembers to shave sitting next to me is the same age as the guy that made this movie.
Right.
It infuriates me. I saw the internet. There was people on the internet being like, he didn't actually direct it. And it's like, well, number one, a lot of people have directed good things in their 20s. He fucking directed it. 2, yes, it pisses me off too. I get it. I get that.
Oh, it doesn't make me mad. It's just
child.
mind blowing. It's just it's one of those perspective whiplashes that ages me, like Matt Damon.
No,
I
mean,
don't like.
I won't spoil anything on the movie, but you will watch it and be like, oh, those are different influences than I had growing up. Those are different influences than 20 years ago.
Yeah. I
That
just
is
find
fair,
it like, I had this with Obsession as well. I don't like it when people younger than me are doing things that I find like interesting or profound, where I'm like, it's like when a cop's younger than you. I'm just like, I don't want that.
the
I don't want
doctor.
to. Yeah,
doctor's
yeah,
younger than
exactly.
you.
I don't want to listen to someone younger than me who's right. Like that's the hard part. Is
Right,
they're
yeah.
right.
The only time I'll accept someone younger than me being successful is like professional athletics. Like, of course your niece
Right.
can do that.
Right.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're a 16-year-old gymnast. That's all you do. All right, fine. Fine.
Some guy does a fucking incredible dunk. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Well, we should talk about movies, but before we do that, we have some producers we have to thank.
Let's
People
do
who
it.
made this show possible. I did a quick. I did a scrubbing of our producer
An
list,
update?
as I do every now
A
and then.
refresh?
Yeah. So if for some reason your name is missing accidentally, let me know. As always. But big thank you to At Nerd Numbers says check out MikeSlater.com for amazing Babylon's 5 takes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Zero Charisma.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to 2001 A Space McNulty Odyssey.
Thank you.
Thank you to AJ.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Andrew Howe Presents Andrew and Andrew Watch Twin Peaks.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew McGuire Likes the Way Tom Says Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Thank you to As Long as I Got My Suit and Kai.
Thank you.
And thank you to Asking Seven.
Thank you so much. All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to be sure to pre-order Jason Pargin's highly controversial new novel, There Are No Giant Crabs in This Novel, a novel of giant crabs.
Thank you.
Thank you to BLT22EWHVIS-B.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bootler is looking forward to season 3 of Himboos.
Thanks.
Me too. Thank you to Braxton is busting loose and writing a big old nerd book. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you to Brockway Loves the Meat Millie.
Thank you.
Thank you to Burrito, the skankiest slut in town.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jeff Has Cool Cards on the YouTubes for stellar pack breaks and sweet minute rips.
Thank you.
And thank you to Chester's Prophet.
Thank you. All right. It's May 1996.
We're stepping into the time machine yet
Picture
again.
it. Everybody close your eyes and picture it.
It looks like whatever you want it to look like.
Yeah.
It's
And
your
the-
time machine.
It is. It can be any shape you want.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a person. You crawl inside of a person.
But it has to be a person, yeah. It needs to be
Yeah.
a person.
Abe Lincoln, you get
Living or
Abe
dead.
Lincoln.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be Abe Lincoln.
Anyway,
So
for
climb
Australia-
inside Abe Lincoln for Sunset Park.
Sunset Park, folks. A movie I did not know existed, and then based on this trailer, I was like, I still don't know what this is.
This is the one this week that I don't remember.
This is. I looked up the
vaguely
plot.
recall this one, but I don't have like firm memories of this one coming out. This
Yeah,
one
because
missed me.
The trailer is too busy advertising the soundtrack to explain what the movie is.
You kind of get it. Rhea Perlman's coming in to coach this
Rhea
boys basketball
Perlman
team.
knows ball.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
look at Rhea
yes.
Perlman, she's like, that lady
Yes.
knows ball.
It's produced by Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
Yes.
that checks out. It looks fun. I like based on this, it was like they kept listing names on the screen to the point of parody, where it was like
What
it
it's
was
all,
like the
and it's all-
beginning of what is it, Late Night with the Devil, where the logos kept going. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, Jesus Christ! It was that where I was like, every time I thought they were done,
no,
there's
that's
more names.
The entire trailer is they list all 14 artists on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Back when soundtracks were like actually a pretty profitable, tidy business.
Heck yeah. Like,
Yeah.
recall, this is May of 96. So, like, the previous year was 95, and you had Batman Forever, but that's not the major one. Shit. What was Dangerous Minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, soundtracks just used to be such big business. Like, The Bodyguard was one of the biggest albums of the 90s.
Right. I imagine there was a point, like probably why this trailer is what it is, that they realized soundtracks make as much, if not sometimes more.
Yeah, I bet in a
And
lot
they
of
were
cases
like-
it's more.
Yeah, and in this case, they were like, we're in the soundtrack business for this. This is a music video for this soundtrack is what we're making.
Right, that used to be
really.
part of it, But
It's just wild.
It just because it starts. The first person they name is Tupac, who's also an actor. So
Yes.
I thought they were telling us that little nerdy guy in the glasses was Tupac. I'm like, oh, this is an interesting role for
Yeah,
him.
I was like, wow,
I
he
don't
has
recall
range.
this movie of
He's like-
Tupac's. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like Daniel Day-Lewis. Like he
because
looks like a
this would have
totally
been
different
after
person.
Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I had the same thing where I was like, is that's
wow, what?
And we
Wow,
don't get
unusual.
that enough. We should do that more with like who's on the soundtrack but not in the film, and just like
Well, there was-
psych people out.
Right, because there was someone
I
else
missed
too. There was
that.
like Method Man or something was there too.
Like
Or
RZA is on there. It's RZA.
Yeah, and he's another
Queen
one
Latifah.
they show up in movies, so
Yeah.
I have the same
Well,
reaction.
They name Onyx as one of the artists on the soundtrack, and one of the dudes from Onyx
Right.
is in the movie.
Right,
Like-
so it's very confusing.
Yeah, it's a little confusing for part of it.
But then it keeps going, and
Yeah.
then it gets weirder and weirder. It's like a too many cooks, where you feel like
Well,
you're
because
going nuts.
I mean, not to be mean, like it's hard to make music, but not all of these guys have like the Tupac reputation in terms of like, oh,
Right.
you're a giant of your genre. It's like, oh, this was it.
Right, there were some names
everybody
that I
made
was
it.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. So
Yeah.
I kind of like, again, it was like a slow roll of like,
Yeah.
you know, these names like you recognize that could be actors, and then names you don't. So you're kind of like, maybe those are actors, and then it keeps going. You're like, okay, I think I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
I think I see this now.
This
It looks
we should,
fine.
We should watch this. This is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I don't remember this one because it feels like similar to like a Renaissance Man starring Danny
Well,
DeVito.
it has a 13% on Rotten
See, to me, it
Tomatoes.
feels way more Dangerous Minds, and like the line in the trailer.
It's
where
definitely trying to make us think of it for sure.
I
Sorry,
mean,
man.
but not only that, but then like it's Rael Perlman talking to one of the black players, and he's like, "Do you know any black people?" And she goes, "Do you know any white people?" And I'm like, I
Yes.
think you guys are talking past each other a little bit.
Right.
It's
I
the
was like,
same
I don't know what
conversation.
I don't know what we're doing here. It's weird. Yeah, it feels like almost like a parody of Dangerous Minds, where it feels like that movie was
the
already
stakes are
hit.
way lower. Like you can kind of
Yeah.
tell the stakes don't get that high in this movie.
Yeah. You feel like there was a producer who was like, "Get me one of those. Get me a Dangerous Minds," and they threw this together. It feels cynical. I don't know if it actually was, but like, and the dialogue feels very like, yeah, baseline. It's free to watch on YouTube.
Oh,
if
rad.
that gives you
Let's
any
do it.
indication. It has a good audience review, so people who saw it liked it. I don't know.
The
Sunset
popcorn
Park.
meter is high.
Yeah. It's directed by a guy named Steve Gomer. And I just randomly click on his IMDb. There's a picture of him with Barney the dinosaur.
Hell yeah.
Who was also in
I don't
Sunset
know
Park.
why.
Yeah, Barney.
Barney is also trying to escape gang violence through sport.
Yeah. Oh, he was the director of Barney's Great Adventure right after this movie.
I-
Went from this to
This
Barney.
guy-
I
Yeah,
would
this is what
love to
got
sit
him
in
Barney,
that
yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
where he's like showing the reel for Sunset Park. He's like, so in this scene, you can see that, you know, he's really pulled in two directions between like the world of athletics and gang violence. So this is why I think I'm the right guy for Barney's Big
For
Adventure.
Barney. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this guy has a very rich career.
Although
He's
I'm
just-
joking,
he
and like
does
that's
the work.
actually apparent. I don't want to say the plot of, but like that Daniel Kaluuya. It's like I'm going to do Barney, but it's going to be serious Barney.
Oh yeah. Listen,
Oh,
once,
right. I forgot
Yes.
about that.
once someone made Scary Movie 5 and Chernobyl, or even before that, once someone was credited for Babe, Pig in the City, and Mad Max, all bets are off,
True.
right?
True,
Yeah.
true auteurs.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? Craig Mason wrote the Sheep Detective, right? That's
He did.
Yeah,
He also
recently.
wrote Sheep Detective was good, but he also wrote like Identity Thief, which was terrible.
Yeah.
The Hangover sequels, which are not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, him making like a dumb parody. If he wrote the new Scary Movie, that would be more in line with his career than
That is kind of
Chernobyl.
true.
Then
yeah.
Chernobyl and The Last of Us.
Yeah, like the pattern kind of favors that.
But I
Good
think
on
even
him.
by his own admission, he's like comedy is just way harder than drama, and he's right.
Yeah. Yeah, but not the comedy he does. That's fine. I'm glad he's doing drama. Is my point.
Okay.
Right.
let's talk-
I love that he sat there and like nails Chernobyl. Identity Thief can't get his head around it.
He can't get it. Well,
Can't
it's like
crack
okay.
that nut.
I think that's the thing. That's his problem, right? Is he started in comedy, but it's like if like Werner Herzog started in slapstick and like failed, and it's like, yeah, you don't realize you got to do this other thing, man. You have this other thing in you that you'd be really good at.
Brutalism
that.
and slapstick are related. So
That's true. And now I do want to see him make a slapstick
he's
movie.
powerless to stop the anvil from
Yeah.
falling atop his head.
Resurrect Klaus Kinski and have him go whackety schmackety do.
Yeah, why not? Should we talk about Mulholland Falls? a
Sorry,
movie
Klaus
that-
Kinski already looked thrice resurrected while he was
Yes,
still
that's
alive.
true. Wouldn't be the
I mean,
first time.
sorry. Mulholland
Mulholland
Falls.
Falls. This is a movie I did not know existed. I
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
The Avengers of Heartburn because it's four guys.
Oh, dude.
That I'm like, you get these guys in a Denny's. Oh my god.
That's
It's just schlubby detectives.
I mean, the trailer, can I say what's in the trailer to people?
Yeah.
Like, cause
Yes,
the
please do.
trailer is amazing because it's like we're four tough cops. We're tough cops in the 1950s LA. And they have poor ass William Peterson.
William Peterson.
in the back car, who's like, I guess like a gangster. And they just throw him off a cliff. And it's great.
Of course they do. Yeah, Nick Nolte is like the head. Michael Madsen is there.
That's his goon squad. Yeah, his brick
Yeah.
squad is those two guys plus Chaz Palminteri and Chris
Penn.
I almost said
Penn.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, oof. But Chris Penn, no, it's like they're like, okay, we got some Tarantino guys in here, so legitimacy.
Yeah. This has a
It's
Daniel Baldwin. It's got a Treat Williams.
This is
has
a-
Kyle Chandler.
This is a fascinating movie. I remember being disappointed by it because I was really stoked. I've always loved mysteries. I love noir. I was really stoked about watching this one. But I think at this age, I didn't quite understand what noir was yet. Like, I didn't understand that part of noir is that feeling of disappointment sometimes.
Yeah, that is
You know what I mean?
part of
Like,
it.
sort of,
There's not
sort
a-
of-
Life
that all
isn't
worked
always
out.
wrapped up. Yeah.
it's like, the Chinatown thing where it's like, what?
Wait, come back.
It's the idea of like, noir is like he solved the mystery. Are you happy?
Are you happy he
You
did?
seem bummed that he figured
It
it
seemed
out.
sad that he solved the mystery. It didn't make anything right, did it?
Yeah.
And
No.
like Mulholland
Kind of
Falls
didn't
is
want to know.
it's kind of like I remember it being almost good, and I remember the central mystery involves Jennifer Connelly is the dead body they find in the field, and it's like all of her bones are broken, and it takes him way too long to figure out that she got pushed out of an airplane. That's not
Yeah,
that's not a huge spoiler, but like I just remember
that-
having that
yeah.
thought as a 13-year-old.
In all
kid being
fairness,
like,
it's 1953. Even today, how many people
That's
get pushed
true.
out of airplanes? It's not like
That's true.
it's a common crime scene.
It wouldn't, and yeah, it happens. Anyway, I don't want to get too much more into it without spoiling it. But I remember it being a better trailer than the movie it actually is.
Right.
And I do remember you see the end result of William Peterson falling down that cliff, and it is brutal. He's like,
Oh, I'm sure.
fucked up when he hits
It's
the
just-
bottom.
No CSI will figure out what
No.
happened.
I can't get over this cast. Melanie Griffith is in there. She's just getting hotboxed by all their farts on set.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
It's just
Just
it's such
Nick Nolte
dude, John
and a car full of
Malkovich.
character actors. A car
Yeah.
full of character heavies.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Like-
four guys who are just doing the most.
Oh, it's great. I gotta watch
Four
this.
guys who all have felony DUI arrests.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
I do need to watch it again. I should give it another shake as an adult.
well,
now that
this
my
is a
tastes are, I
director
guess, a little more refined.
of a film we watched recently, Tom, called Once We're Warriors.
I saw that, and that's a very good movie.
Yeah, who went on to direct The Edge, a movie I quite
The
like.
Edge is awesome,
And
It's a
also
pretty sweet movie.
and also one of the worst
less
Bond
like
films.
Triple X, State of the Union, and Next. And Die Another Day. Along Came a Spider. That's good. Episode of Sopranos. That's good.
So this person had just a whole career.
Yeah.
He passed away
Really?
recently, though. I think he passed away
really?
last
Oh.
year. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Well, that's a shame.
it is. It's a little sad.
Yeah, because I like most of his movies, even his bad ones. I like.
Right, even the bad ones are still pretty great. To Die Another Day is tough, but that's not his
That's
fault.
probably my.
Die
least
Another Day is a
favorite
tough
of
sit,
his,
and yet it's so hard to hang almost any bad Bond film on its director because, like,
Yeah.
you're so in service of the producers and every idea they want to throw in there.
That's that is like the name of the series, pretty much. It's just like the producers fighting over which ideas they want. Let's say, that's just James Bond in a nutshell. So yeah, you can't.
It should be
Anyway.
noted, this is his sophomore film. So he made Once We're Warriors. He made like a couple TV episodes and shorts, but he was a New Zealand director.
Mm-hmm.
He made this movie about Maori culture that's very dark and, we've talked about it. It's grim. And this is his, like, congratulations. You want to make like I assume like a mid-budget, a larger budget movie.
I mean, the cast,
this,
though, man.
so I'm
I
curious
need
about
to.
it.
I need to watch this again. You're hearing the opinion of a 13-year-old when I'm commenting on this. In all fairness,
I'm certainly curious, and at the very least, like, okay, so it like might be as bad as Gangster Squad, which I've sat through, and I saw that as an adult.
Yeah,
I never saw Gangster Squad, but that's the exact thought I had when everybody told me, Gangster Squad's kind of disappointing. It's not very good. The exact thought I had was like, oh, so it's a Mulholland Falls situation.
Right. Sometimes it's when you watch a movie at that age, you sit down and you go to watch something and you're ready for something and you don't quite understand what, you know what I mean? Where it's
I think I really wanted the Maltese Falcon.
Exactly.
And it's just not that. It's not what it is.
I've said this before. The first time I saw The Mummy, I didn't like it because I was going into a horror movie in my head, and I got a stupid adventure movie that rocks. And so it actually took me a minute to go like...
You had to readjust, yeah.
Yeah, like it was like, oh no, this isn't scary. I want it scary. Oh, I guess it's awesome though. So there's that. Yeah, like sometimes your expectations, it's especially I think when you're younger, like where it's like, it takes a minute.
It's harder to make the adjustment, I suppose, when you're younger, maybe.
Point is, we have to watch this. I have to watch this at least. I've never seen it.
Yeah, we should give it another shot. Definitely, just the cast involved, if nothing else. My goodness.
Yeah. Speaking of things I have to watch, The Great White Hype. I knew this poster and, obviously... I didn't realize it had everybody in it.
Everyone's in this. I also always misremembered this as being directed by Peter Berg, and it's not. He's just in it.
No, he's just in it.
Yeah, this is
just an actor. Just
just
pre-director career.
He was just in stuff at this time. It's actually directed by Reginald Hudlin.
And I had this movie confused with like another 90s, I think it's 90s boxing film, Play It to the Bone, with Woody Harrelson and Antonio Banderas. I had this one confused with that one. So I'm like, I thought Woody Harrelson's in this. And it's like, no, different one.
I like that we also had White Man Can't Jump. Like, we loved this. We loved, like, let's have a let's take a jab at them honkies in our title.
What if athlete
Jeff
but white?
Goldblum's in
And
this?
it's like, yeah, you mean like most of the history of any sport until very recently?
Yeah.
It's spoofing. If this was a dated reference even for me at the time, but like, so listeners, if you're not familiar, it's spoofing the Great White Hope, which was a fight, a boxing match in the 80s between Larry Holmes and Jerry Cooney. And Jerry Cooney was called the Great White Hope. Anyway, so it's like it's satire on that. That's what the title is.
That's what I'm curious about, because it's like the acting, the people in it, some of them are like more like parody actors. You got Damon Wayans, you got John Lovitz, where it's like a sillier comedy mixed with like Samuel Jackson and Jeff Goldblum, like more kind of grounded. Jamie Foxx at the time is more silly.
Yeah, he's still in like his In Living Color era, like, or coming off of that.
And it felt like the tone was very like right in the middle. Like I laughed at the joke where he's jogging down the street like he's training and he's chasing an ice cream truck, and I was like, oh, that's really funny.
It's a little Bergian in tone, which is why I think I misremembered it. Like it's a little close in tone to Very Bad Things. It's not that dark, but it's darker than you might think from the trailer. Like, I remember the movie, again, this is a 13-year-old's opinion because I haven't seen the movie since then. I remember the movie just being okay, but I really, really loved the ending. I love the way that the fight turns out. It's perfect. I think as a satire, it's pretty perfect.
See, and that's the thing. I'd actually like, and this is one I haven't seen, but I would, we get like so many boxing movies, like just like, this is the story of this fighter and the story of this fighter. And it's like, I could not tell you the difference really between, Bleed for This and whatever the Sydney Sweeney one that came out last year was.
Oh, that's actually a good story. I didn't see the movie.
I mean, it's not like it's not a terrible story, but again, like they're sort of indistinct from each other. And yet I would much rather see like something about like the business of boxing, because boxing has been so dirty for like its entire existence.
Oh yeah.
And I think that would be way more interesting. And I think that's sort of like, I mean, clearly the Samuel Jackson character is kind of like a play off Don King.
He's here. Yeah, he's clearly Don King. You're right. I think this is kind of the only movie that I can think of anyway that has done that. That's like lampooning the business side of boxing, or it's satirizing it. Actually, it's not really lampooning it.
It's funny because my big issue with a lot of sports movies is that, and to their credit, most of them actually aren't like this. but I don't watch a lot because I'm always like, it's kind of binary where it's like, are we going to win or lose? And that's kind of it. Where a lot of sport movies, I think, are aware of that problem and like do interesting things to get around that if they can. But it always feels like, I don't like a movie where it's just about that. Even if there's a goal kicking mule on the football team, it's not it still is the mule going to win or lose.
The same. And biopics are also sort of caught in that same trap, which sports movies also tend to have a lot of overlap with, where it's the same sort of binary trap. Seems to, not all biopics do this, but it's always like there's some sort of lifelong struggle or challenge that they must overcome. They overcome it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's also just kind of like, again, when it's so binary, then like there's usually like a flattening effect. Like I remember like when Cinderella Man came out and, it's like, he's going to win the depression by, beating up Craig Bierko. And like the guy that Craig Bierko is based off was a real guy who really did kill someone in the ring. But like in real life, he was like racked with guilt over it for the rest of his life. But the movie is like, no, he needs to be the bad guy. So he's going to be like, I killed a guy and I'll kill again. Get him, Russell Crowe.
That is one of the fundamental problems with any movie based on a true story. I think about like when Titanic had to be like, fuck this guy. Or like Apollo 13 is like, fuck that doctor, am I right? That fucking doctor. And I'm imagining like the doctor watching
the doctor who doesn't want to let Kevin Bacon go. He's like, I can't let him go.
He doesn't want to let Gary Sinise go.
Yeah. It's like, I can't send a sick man into space.
Right, and literally when he shows up, he's like, I do not have measles, and he like looks at him, and in the afterward, they're like, and he never got measles, and they just keep shitting on this doctor, like, fuck, and it's just like, why?
I love it because he's medical science, not engineering science, the real science.
Yeah, exactly. I do a podcast about dad films, and one of the newer patterns we found is that one of the morals of dad films is don't trust doctors, which is very fitting. There are so many examples of dad movies where they're like, fuck that doctor telling you to not eat that burger. Fuck him. Yeah. Like there's so much of that, including Apollo 13. You know what we need more movies about? Friends with dolphins.
Failed moon missions.
Yeah.
And dolphins. No. Yes, we definitely need more dolphin movies.
Flipper.
Finally, one I did see in theaters.
Yeah, this is the Flipper movie starring Paul Hogan and Elijah Wood. It's a fun trailer. I forgot that because the trailer has like a Warner Brothers watermark on it, so I thought it was a Warner Brothers movie, but I looked it up and it's a Universal movie, so I guess that's why they had the Jaws theme in the trailer. But like for a second, I thought, they just lent the theme out, as Spielberg will do that sometimes.
Oh yeah. I don't think I saw this. I think as a kid, I probably wanted Jaws 5, and then they did Flipper in the trailer, and it was like, well, fuck that. Like, I don't think Flipper ever appealed to me. I remember watching Free Willy and being into that. But, like, Flipper, I think I was just like, nah, I don't care about this fucking...
It's a show from before my time.
Well, and that's the thing. It was like, it's very much like in the 90s, like every show from the 50s, 60s, and 70s had to be like adapted into a movie. Like there was just this sort of almost like an arms race of like what successful TV shows can become movies. And like, sometimes it works. Sometimes you got The Fugitive. Sometimes you got Mission Impossible. But other times you got like Flipper or The Mod Squad or, it's...
I think this is they file it under parents going like, oh, I'm going to drag my kids to this is their hope. Such as, for example, doing a adaptation of He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Oh, God.
And a bunch of, I guess, 50-year-olds? Because I'm not He-Man aged. Like people older than me were He-Man aged. So I'm like, I guess like people will bring like...
He-Man's early 80s. So we're getting close to 50.
Yeah,
they've been trying, and that's the thing. Like there was the Dolph Lundgren one, the canon one that got released in '87, And then they've been trying for like well over a decade to be like, we can get this to the big screen. We can make a better one. And I'm like, you can't. I mean, that's a low bar, and you can.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you should.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm all for He-Man.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? It's not. It's like there's no. It's like the Transformers movie where you're like, I guess. I mean, sure. There's nowhere to go but up. I guess with that. Although they did get Orson Welles, but you know what I mean.
You can't get him every time though.
I guess I'm saying is I guess we could bring back Flipper too.
Orson died like days after recording
later.
that.
It's so perfect.
Days.
Such a perfect exit for a titan of cinema. I would wish that on. I think that would be such a glorious way. Like I want Anthony Hopkins to be like, I'm gonna like go out like voicing Snarfle or something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is from the writer-director of The Crush. He made The Crush,
Oh,
he
the
made, and
Alicia
then he made
Silverstone movie?
Flipper, and then he was done.
He said all he needed to
Said all he
say.
needed to
Said
say.
everything he needed to say.
He got it out. He said on Flipper. He's like, you know what? I'm done. And that's it.
Yeah.
You can go. I can move on.
I put it all in Flipper.
Yeah, I don't
this
even
good?
really remember. Like I remember. Obviously, we all remember. I think Free Willy simply because like it's like this. We've got to save this poor orca. It's in the title.
Yeah,
That's the culmination of the movie.
Shot. And,
Yeah, the shot. Flipper. I could not tell you what the conflict in Flipper is, other than I guess Elijah Wood needs to put down the Game Boy and play with the dolphin.
I'm gonna guess.
They're on the run from Jonathan Banks. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I think it's like a Harry and the Hendersons, where it's like you got Elijah Wood. He's on vacation in the Bahamas. He meets the dolphin playing Game Boy in what's in this trailer, and he grows to have a relationship. I'm guessing the dolphin saves him or something. He does something. And I'm guessing some evil dolphin hunter. You know how people hunt dolphins? A tuna company. Is like, we're going to make tuna out of that dolphin. And they hunt them. And then Elijah Wood has to team up with
I think he's
Hulk
more Captain.
Hogan.
I think he's more Captain
Paul
Planet
Hogan.
villain. But
Okay.
but I believe you're pretty close, as I recall.
I assume Paul Hogan isn't the villain. I assume he's
No.
a helpful stranger that if you were perhaps the boy's parents, you would be like, hey, get away from that man. But he's going to like
And he
team
starts
up with
talking.
him.
It's like, hey, it's all right. No, get further away from me.
Like he's going to be like a local, right? I don't think he's like his father.
No. He's Michael Caine in Jaws: The Revenge. He's a coke mule.
Yeah.
Friends Elijah Wood.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the characters' names. He might be his father. He plays Porter
fuck!
Ricks.
Is he his dad?
Elijah Wood plays Sandy Ricks.
Wow.
His dad, not his granddad. His dad.
I don't know. It's just Porter Ricks and Sandy Ricks.
Huh.
So
Maybe it's his uncle.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
It could be uncle. Yeah. Uncle. He's going to visit his uncle that he has a bad relationship with, or something like that. I can see that being it.
Yeah, that
right?
probably
and then
checks
they come
out.
together.
I like that he doesn't know what a flipper is. Paul Hogan said, "What's a flipper?"
Yeah.
You're a fisherman.
Oh, those things I cut off. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
This is my first day on the boat. I am
Yeah.
I am as scared as you are. We're all learning together on the boat.
You drive a fishing boat.
Just got it.
Fucking Simpsons
came-
captain.
just came from the lot.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It came with a shed. I really just wanted a shed. Now I got this boat.
Flipper.
Yep. They have to fight Mike Ehrmantraut.
Sure. All right. You want to talk about Spy Hard?
Man, I'm so excited for Spy Hard.
Another one I did see, and like this, I feel like I don't know, maybe it was different for you guys, but for me, obviously I didn't know like who the filmmakers were, but this one I felt like kind of snuck up on me because I was like, oh yeah, I love Airplane and the Naked Gun movies, and I love spoofs and Mel Brooks films, and like this was preceded by like in terms of like Leslie Nielsen stuff. I think because Leslie Nielsen, I believe, is in both Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. I believe he's in both.
No, it's you're thinking of Lloyd Bridges.
I'm thinking of Lloyd Bridges. My mistake. What was I feel like
Nielsen's in Airplane
I know he's in Airplane, but
and Naked Gun.
Let's see.
and Naked Gun. Anyway, but they like in the 90s, like these spoofs would come out pretty regularly. So like, oh, it's Leslie
Yeah.
Nielsen, and it's like it's a spy spoof. Why wouldn't that be like funny. Like, I mean, I don't know if it holds up, but I do remember laughing like an idiot at like Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. Like, Hot Shots, like when they're fighting and like he's like dipping his hands in the topping and like the yogurt toppings. Like, that's just good comedy right there.
Yeah.
I think I know what the problem is, because I saw Spy Hard as a kid and I had that vague memory of like, I think this was bad.
Yes.
I'm realizing that, all right, let's use Hot Shots and like Hot Shots is what is it? It's a Top Gun parody, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The second one is Apocalypse Now parody. And then
Well,
you're making that parody, if you can find scenes where you go, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we also parodied this other thing? Right? Like the Naked Gun is like not really a parody. It's like a parody of a type of show, a police.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah, they're crime. It's like, what if a crime drama was funny?
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why like Hot Shots succeeded is it's a direct spoof of those, but it's also an overall spoof of military action movies.
Right.
Yeah, it knows its genre.
Yeah,
Airplane is a parody of a genre.
Yeah.
I would say like Robin Hood Men in Tights, clear parody. But on the way, again, if you can have Dave Chappelle say, "Hey, white man can't jump," if you can do any parody or reference that's like natural,
if you can work in a Home Alone reference.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think what started to happen. Yeah, but I think what started to happen is these were written by people like putting down a list of movies and going, okay, we have to do all these, and then loosely writing a plot to get from each. And I think the scary movies have this problem too, even though I enjoy some of them, where it's like a series of like sketches that are loosely connected, and it's like, it's weird to say, but you still have to have a plot in your parody movie?
It's their reference forward. It's like we're going to reference a bunch of popular things that are in this genre or adjacent to this genre, or we're just on TV or in social media from the past 2 years. And that's sort of it became that focus first, instead of we're going to start from like parodying Airplane. It's like we're going to parody Airport, but then we're going to do so we have like a basic skeleton for the movie.
Yeah, we're going to treat this like a real story, but like then we can start hanging things on the tree. And it's like, what if I just had ornaments? And it's like, well, you can't hang them on anything, can you?
Right, yeah, exactly. Ornaments with no
then,
tree,
of course,
exactly.
There's that laziness of the parody is enough. Like that the Home Alone and Robin Hood.
Yeah.
The part where he does the Home Alone is kind of eye-rolling. I'll always remember that scene for him cutting the saddle and him flipping upside down and then the horse riding away with a dummy on it. That's fucking funny, and that's not really a parody of anything, where it's like you still have to have like jokes that aren't related to remember this movie.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I think like to me, like the best joke in like Robin Hood Men in Tights is like, because they had Richard Lewis playing King John, but Richard Lewis is so Jewish. So when they like he brings like the the pork on and slams on the table, and just shouts out "Trafe."
Yeah,
I
like his mole moving.
Yeah,
there's
mole moving.
Just so much
his whole energy.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a fun
again
movie.
Because it's not enough to do the joke. Is remember this scene from this other movie? Here's a funnier or a funny version of it, which I think is what Spy Hard is promising, at least from this. Where I'm just like, oh, they're just doing the scene.
Yeah, it's Speed, but fun. Like Leslie Nielsen is like gonna like slam his legs down to physically stop the bus.
Right, and it's like,
okay,
all right.
It's not really.
Yeah,
I don't know what Speed has to do with spy films.
Yeah, that too, where it's like it's. And
right,
I think
the pun doesn't work because Die Hard's not a spy film.
Yeah,
like.
It's just so unfocused and weird.
Anyway, it's written and directed by Rick Friedberg, Jason Friedberg, and Aaron Seltzer, who famously would go on to do like epic movie and disaster movie and superhero movie and
just the
they wrote
a
scary movie.
Yeah,
they
wrote the first one.
Just doing whatever they can to kill the spoof genre. Like it was kind of wild last year. I don't know if you guys like the new Naked Gun, but I thought it was pretty great. And it was like, oh my god, someone who knows how to do spoof. Like this is what a spoof film is supposed to be.
They wrote the first scary movie, and then they never wrote. They had character credits for everything else, and that's when they went on to make Date Movie, Epic Movie, Meet the Spartans, where that's like you don't even know what you're parodying anymore. It's just movies. Let's parody movies, right?
Yeah,
it's like
it's
Meet
pop
the
culture.
Parents, Vampires Suck. The Starving Games, something called Best Night Ever, which doesn't sound like one, and then something called Super Fast.
That's
which
the Fast and Furious parody.
Oh, and yeah, at that point it's like asylum level films where it's like they don't have
they're like the
budgets
asylum
anymore.
of comedy. They make such dog shit, and it is just spoofing whatever was trending in social media over the last 2 years.
And sometimes not even even a spoof. I watched Date Movie at one point because I was kind of curious, and there is a Meet the Parents quote unquote spoof. But it is pretty much beat for beat just the scene where like he knocks the ashes. They just do it. They just do the scene where he knocks the ashes down. You know, it's like, well, that's just the joke. You didn't add anything. That's just from a different movie. That's not a new thing. That's a thing that someone else did.
I like some of what he does, but I would argue Seth MacFarlane has that problem. I always think about like he'll do like I remember when he did the Star Wars parody, and he does the airplane joke of Leslie Nielsen coming in and going, "I want you all to know, good luck. We're all counting on you." He just does it in the Family Guy one, and I think he uses the audio. And I'm like,
he does. It's just the audio.
You're just doing the joke again. Like that's like a collage. That's not a parody.
Right.
That's like, remember this, and it's like, yeah, it's in another movie. Why are you doing like it? Like he'll every now and then do stuff like that where he'll parody a joke. And it's like, well, you're just doing the joke.
Well,
that's not parody.
I get the instinct of it because it's everybody telling him like use the force, right? Like that's the scene where it comes in, or it's like so like the gag is like, wouldn't it be funny if like fucking Mickey from Rocky comes in and says, "You can do it, Luke," but he pulled a character that was already from a spoof. Like he pulled a character that's anyway,
like,
it was a weird character.
Weird.
So it's a weird character to pull for that joke.
Yeah. He has, I would say, a lack of restraint sometimes, where it's like, I don't know, maybe do a little less.
I think a lot of his stuff has been so scattershot because that's just been his approach to comedy. It's like, well, I'm doing animation. Nothing really constrains me in time or space, so I can just throw it all together. And I actually think like, oddly, and I did not see this coming, but like I think his TED series might be like the strongest thing he's done. Simply by virtue of being like it has to be a sitcom first, and he can't just do a bunch of cutaways, and the comedy is stronger.
I like his live action stuff. I like A Million Ways to Die in the West. I like
that movie's really funny. Yeah.
It's
got good jokes.
It feels like he like A Million Ways is a parody. Yes. I think, and the key thing is it has a thread throughout. It has a story. It has a plot. You know, it's a movie. Unlike Die Hard.
Unlike Spy Hard.
Or Spy Hard.
Barely a film. But it does have a Weird Al song. Weird Al does the music, does the theme.
I forgot about that. That is reason enough for its existence.
Yeah.
They do they have Weird Al do a James Bond style song for the opening.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's perfect for a James Bond spoof.
It's perfect
of course
idea.
You get Weird Al.
Yeah. So well done, Spy Hard.
We take it all back.
I take it all back.
Let's talk about The Quest. This looks like Mortal Kombat without the powers.
This is Kickboxer with Roger Moore instead of that blonde lady. Lionheart.
It's got more white slavery than I expected. I expected some, but it has some, but more white slavery in a Jean-Claude Van Damme film than I expected.
I looked up the writers. Tom, do you know who one of the writers is?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Do you know who the other one is?
Is it Roger Moore?
No, it's Frank Dukes.
Oh well,
Ducks.
Because it's partially a remake of Bloodsport. Like he's remaking. I think I said Kickboxer in the notes, but I think I meant Lionheart. Whichever one is the one where Van Damme's the street fighter being sponsored by that glamorous blonde lady. I think that's Lionheart. Anyway, it's kind of a remake of both of those movies, except his patron, it like takes place 100 years in the past, and his patron's a British naval
1925. Rogue. And he somehow gets, I guess, is he supposed to be in Southeast Asia? Is that the idea?
I think so. I haven't seen this since 1996, but he's basically a Belgian karate master.
Written and directed by Van Damme.
I just love the offer
where he's like, "Look at me, I'm a slave," and I'm like, "Ah, poor you."
You are a pretty in shape slave. You're doing pretty well for yourself, I guess.
I must fight my way to freedom. The only way to do it is to fight this golden dragon and win it for Roger Moore.
And that's how
James
he will
Remar's in
reclaim
this, too.
his. He's like, it's like you have to win back his honor. That's what the trailer says. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what did you do wrong? Because in the trailer, you're just like,
I
I'm an
think
immigrant.
he sold slaves, Matt. I think that might
So
be
he is
what
a slave that previously sold slaves.
No, I think Roger Moore is what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. No, like because it's acting like John Claude Van Damme has to win back his honor. I'm like, all you were doing was working at the docks, and then
It
you
looks like
apparently
you got
kidnapped.
yeah, you got abducted, man. I don't know
yeah.
what you did
Where
wrong.
did you go wrong? Like, what are you sorry for?
But Roger Moore's character name is Lord Edgar Dobbs, and I'm like, that person, if he existed now, he'd own slaves.
Right.
Like that is, yeah.
You don't have to go back to 1925.
Yeah. But anyway, Roger Moore is sponsoring him through some, I think it's Southeast Asia fighting tournament, and it looks exactly like the ring from Bloodsport.
James Remar, I want to note his character name is Maxie Divine, which just sounds like a porn star. Like that's
Or like a
I mean-
cyberpunk character. You get missions
Yeah.
from him.
Yes. No, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think I encountered that character in Borderlands.
Yeah. Maxi Divine. It's a pirate
we're
radio
gonna have to
DJ.
watch this.
Yeah, we should. I think it's time to watch The Quest again.
I never seen it. I saw the title, The Quest, and I didn't know anything clicking on it. I walked right into this being like, The Quest.
Did this,
That could be a lot of things.
correct me if I'm wrong, did this come out
Yes.
the same year as Street Fighter or the year out? Because Street Fighter 95 or
2 years after 94 was Street Fighter.
94. So I guess my question is Van Damme still in the throes of cocaine addiction when he
I
made
think
The
so.
Quest?
I think so.
Probably.
I think this is him starting to try and make a transition from the action movies he was doing to stuff with more depth. Because like this is kind of, right. This is when stuff like this and like Legionnaire and stuff starts coming out. I mean, all of these action guys kind of hit a wall after 1996, and they get diminishing returns. But like Van Damme was trying to spin off into, I guess, more serious stuff.
I
in
love
this
it.
time.
Nothing against Van Damme, but it's like we watched Undead League Around. Like that felt like when Seagal was like, I want to make something that means something. But he's Seagal. So it's like you're kind of limited in
So
like
he has
what
that scene
you
where
can
like
make.
4 different characters cry out, "My balls!"
Right. Like
That's
he's
not a joke. That is not a joke.
Right.
Sell
He's
this
not gonna
movie to
make
me
an
harder.
art
You
house
could
film.
not. I can't. I want to stop. I'm going to stop recording, guys, now and just leave and watch On Deadly Ground. You sold it too well.
But he wanted to do an environmental message, and it's like, this is as good as it gets, man.
I have to
So,
fucking
like-
uppercut 16 guys in the nuts in one scene
Yeah.
and drop
Is
Michael
this-
Caine into oil. Drown him in oil.
Love it.
Is this the one with the title? Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. Mulholland Falls, I just want to note when the title comes on screen, it looks like a magic special starring Nick Nolte. Because it's like this like
Yes.
foggy, like Lord of Illusions.
It does, yeah.
And it says Nick Nolte. And yeah, I thought it was this one for a second. But this, yeah, different one. I'll watch The Quest.
We could
Yeah.
watch The Quest. That could be a thing that we do together.
All right, now we're getting into like the movies everybody's seen,
Now we're getting some
right?
real movies.
We have The Craft next. The Craft, folks. What a soundtrack.
Everybody remembers The Craft.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really. I mean, as a cult film, like it really has sort of persisted. I think
It
Yeah.
really has.
there was a
in-
sequel like 5 years ago,
With David
or a
Duchovny.
Lega sequel, I guess.
This and fucking The Crow gave us so many goths. Just too many, one could argue. I have so much nostalgia for this movie. I've seen it a lot.
This is one that I only have seen like 2 or 3 times.
No shit.
This wasn't a big one for me at the time. This is one I sort of got more into as I got older.
Yeah,
okay.
And I only saw it like, I mean, it was a film I had heard about, but I was like, okay, the new one's coming out. Guess I'll finally. I had seen like bits and pieces of the original. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it start to finish, and I'm like, there's definitely good stuff in here. Like it's one of those films where, like, okay, I can see the appeal. Whereas there are films today where people are like, oh, this film is great, and I'm like, it's like The Faculty, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not a good film. Or like the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's like that's not a good film.
Oof, yeah.
yeah.
I want to like The Faculty. I really do. But
It
I
seems
just
like
don't
a film
think
that,
it's
like,
very
if you when
good.
you describe it, it's like, oh, Invasions of the Body Snatchers at your high school, and like
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez. It's got a fun cast, and it just doesn't work.
Oh no, for me the faculty is more the novelty I enjoy, where it's like, why is Jon Stewart talking to the T-1000? Like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And he's like an evil alien. That's fucking weird. Like it's just what a fucking assortment of
yeah.
things happening.
It's a great
Frodo.
movie for to see Jon Stewart in real time realize he's not an actor.
Yeah, that was the era where Jon Stewart was really trying that out.
Still trying to be in stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like, God, what a fucking cast. Like, it's all the cool teams.
It's a big year for
of this
Skeet,
time.
man. He's going to be in
Skeet?
this, Scream, and As Good as It Gets.
Yeah. Robin Tooney there's a scene in this year, you can tell she's wearing a wig because she was still shooting Empire Records.
Empire Records.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where her Empire Records character feels more in line with like someone who would join a
From The
coven.
Craft, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nev
No,
Campbell,
this movie,
like,
this
what
movie
a
rules.
fucking... Yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah. Firuza Balk,
It's,
great. Like in a better world, like this film like launches Firuza Balk to like superstardom.
Yeah. Rachel True would go on to become Mary Jane in Half Baked.
That's right.
Yeah. It's got an all-star cast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. This is a pretty rad one. I like this one.
Yeah. It
Also heavily pushing the soundtrack, like you mentioned.
Yes.
yeah. It has I think a very depressing scene when Firuza Balk, spoilers, witch kills her like stepfather, and they get the life insurance and they move to like a big fancy apartment with all this stuff. I remember that scene and going like, oh, she got like millions in life insurance because they're living large. No, it's just a 90s equivalent of 100K, I believe. And they're just like, our life has changed. And I'm like, man, 100K now, like, can't even get you a house.
It would solve some problems, but yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I will take 100K. But they treat it in the film because it's a 90s
Right,
movie
yeah.
as
95,
like
96.
huge
Witchcraft
fucking
just doesn't get
payday.
you what it used to. It's not even
Yeah.
worth it.
Why not just use witchcraft to get you $1 million, man? That's where
Yeah,
the real money's at.
I know.
Speaking of witchcraft,
The truth
about cats and dogs.
Now this is a fucking movie.
this is an adorable rom-com starring Janine Garofalo as a radio DJ who is so fugly she can't be seen in public, so she has to have her friend Uma Thurman date in her place. It's like, what the
It's
hell is
such
that? Cyrano, right?
Yeah, it's Cyrano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, Cyrano famously has this like gigantic schnoz, and Janine Garofalo is fine looking. Like she looks
Janine
pretty.
Garofalo.
She's like a pretty woman. Like I don't
was
understand.
gonna
Like it's one of
say,
those
like-
things. It's just like, how hideous. She's
It's
not
hit-
Uma Thurman.
Couldn't they put like something on her face? Like, I don't know what, because she's so hot.
Or lean in, maybe the movie does. I've only saw this movie once, and maybe the movie does this more, just into the idea that she is very anxious or very socially anxious. Just is a person who's not very outgoing, doesn't have the confidence to be out in public and date. Maybe it leans more on that. But I do
Yeah.
remember that was like weirdly the premise of more than one Janine Garofalo movie at the time, and I also remember one of the reviews for this movie that I like, a contemporary review in like Variety or something at the time, pointing this out, and 13-year-old me's brain going like, oh, they're right. Where it's like, I don't like the premise
Yeah.
of this movie is kind of weird because you have Uma Thurman standing in for the perfectly attractive Janine Garofalo. It's like, oh yeah, I guess they're right. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
She's all thatting her. Anyway,
it's the era of fucking rom-coms being forms of fraud that are just all subtly insane. I really enjoyed this movie because this movie is like catnip, right? Where it's like, all right, you want to see a bunch of fucking dogs and cats and like hot ladies and like a rom-com, like that's like, of
right,
course,
it's like a
everybody
pet
wants to see
advice
that.
show that she does, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Called, I think, The Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Oh,
I remember there's a phone sex scene that gets pretty steamy in this, if I
Sweet.
recall. I want to note, the director is an amazing maniac. The director, I'll go in reverse, directed before this Airheads. He would then direct before that Hudson Hawk. And then a few films before that, he was the director of Heathers. So this director is
wow.
a fucking beautiful maniac. Would go on to make 40 Days and 40 Nights. Remember that fucking nightmare?
So it's
Oh, yeah.
it's Mark Waters?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's Michael Lehman.
Oh, it was one of the Waters who wrote Heathers. That's where I got confused.
No.
Yeah.
The director of this did The Kid, or not director, the writer also wrote The Kid.
The Bruce Willis
with
film?
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
The one that
and The Hate You Give, which is quite good.
Oh, that is good. Yeah. But yeah, like, I feel like The Kid was like one of those films like Willis was contractually obligated to do for Disney.
Yeah. It's all the
That's
same
a weird
like,
one. Yeah, that's a real weird one.
I want to rewatch this just because the people behind it, I'm like, wait, is this going to be like secretly out of its mind, this movie? Like I like just knowing the people behind it now, I'm very curious. Because like 40 Days and 40 Nights is one of those movies that was presented as like a fun
that movie's
comedy.
Unwatchable.
It's that movie's
real
out
bad.
of its fucking mind.
That's where Josh Hartnett gives up sex for Lent, right?
He gives up
And
sex
jacking off.
Yeah, he gives up all that stuff, and then people are like, it's like, and then like betting on like how long he'll last, and then like ladies are like, I can make him horny, and then he gets like
assaulted.
Spoiler alert: he gets raped by his ex-girlfriend,
and it's not treated like that in the movie. It's not treated like good, but it's certainly not treated like, hey,
he's been sexually
call
assaulted.
the cops.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking
It is a
movie. All
weird,
right.
terrible
That movie's
film.
out of its mind.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is the truth about Cats and Dogs, which has 2 Blues Traveler songs in the trailer.
Yes, I couldn't believe
Love
that.
it.
I love 1996, baby. This era of music, I was getting so many songs that was like just pinging this weird like
The
nostalgic
right time
dopamine.
to roll to me.
That was in the Flipper,
Flipper
one.
one,
And I was
yeah.
like, what does he want to fuck this dolphin? And it's just like this is
What
where
was
you
that,
get
Sister
old enough where
Hazel? Good God.
I don't know. I'm at the age where songs that I didn't like then are now making me happy to hear because I'm so old.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I remember being
It was
young.
very much alternative music, and what that meant was like, I mean, REM started out off, but it was like REM is firmly rock, and then they're like, well, can we introduce like scat or jazz or other like musical styling so that like this guy has a harmonica but with like jazz influences?
There's that Onion article that's college freshmen rapidly swapping through identities.
Yes.
And that was like us in the 90s where we were like, I don't know, swing? Like, do we want swing music for a little bit?
Swing!
Yeah,
Remember how
want
much
some
swing
Squirrel
is
Nut
in the
Zippers?
mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a big Cuban Pete dance like musical number as
It's
well.
a swing club. The thing.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
the Blues Travelers
It's
were
like,
like
centered
maybe this?
around a swing club.
I mean, and also, but like, what is Hootie and the Blowfish? Like, is it rock?
They're country,
Is it
technically, I
country?
think.
I guess.
college
but it-
rock.
I
It's,
love it. It's also like it would blow up, but only one. So I imagine like another band coming along where a guy's like, I play a harmonica and just getting his legs broke by Blues Traveler.
Right.
Stay
It's
out
like,
of
no,
it.
stay out of here. It's like, that's all right. I'll make the mighty, mighty boss tones, and we have a
Yeah.
trombone.
Oh, Scott.
what a time.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. This was, by the way, just number 3. Truth About Cats and Dogs. We're getting to. By the way, these are in the order of box office. So, like, we're getting to what is the number 2 and number 1 hits at the box office.
Of May
And I
of
am-
1996.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
and
for the
I am
whole year. I was
surprised.
like, you're going to tell me that The Truth of Cats and Dogs is the
No.
third highest grossing film of 96.
as
I'm
much.
going to have to check
96?
your
No.
math.
I am so surprised the next one isn't number 1.
I know this one's until I saw what number
Until
1
I
was.
saw
Yeah.
number 1.
Yep.
Number 2 is Mission Impossible. My God.
They
this
should make
movie
more of
rocks.
those. I think
They should
make a
of
few
these,
more.
yeah. They should make up more of these.
It's so weird to watch this and go like, how quaint is this?
This first one is so good. This trailer is excellent too, but man, this first one, like,
It's still
I
the best one.
I still love
Yeah,
it.
it's the best. It is the best one.
Yeah, it's so it's scary. Like it's kind of scary. Like
Yeah.
old spy movies used to be. If listeners, if you ever watched like spycraft movies, like the Ipcris File with Michael Caine, or stuff that's like from the '60s.
Yeah,
And
right.
not like James Bond, which is the big fun version of it. The stuff that's like real, like it's kind of like scary.
Like
and,
3 Days of the Condor,
Yes,
or
yeah.
Tinker
the
Tailor
Parallax
Soldier
View.
Spy more recently.
Like
Yeah.
very much that like like De Palma was a guy that came out of the seven. Like, even though like he has a lot of Hitchcock in his like blood, he's also a guy that came out of the. He made Blowout, which is like another great, like very dark political thriller, and he brings those sensibilities to bear.
It's noir.
It is there. You're right. The Hitchcock is something I never connected to this first one, but it's obviously with De Palma, it's all over his movies. Man,
and I would argue, as much as I do enjoy a lot of the other ones, it's gone so off the rails that it's like the last one
it went in a different direction.
Yeah, it's gotten to this point where it's like, oh, that's a shame. We already had Bond. Where it's like, I like some of those Mission Impossibles, but it's like we kind of needed more of a series like this where it's like noir spy, where spies are supposed to be paranoia. It's supposed to be mystery. It's kind of a whodunit at times. It's a like, who can you trust? Who's going to fuck you? And that's the first one. And then by the last one, it's like
moments, like Game of Thrones level shocking moments.
I mean,
right.
Like,
and by the last ones, it's like every villain is just Thanos, where it's like, here's a new guy. He wants to destroy the world. You got to go stop him. And it's like superhero shit.
Yeah, it is very much like Tom Cruise's superhero franchise. And like, it's great to watch him do the stunts. He actually does the stunts. I think Macquarie knows how to like build tension in an action scene, but I also feel like you can really feel them making those movies as they go along. Like they're finding it, they're rewriting it in real time. They're trying to like come up with solutions to like when Tom Cruise like breaks his foot while you're making a film. Like
the MacGuffin is always like kind of the same thing where it's like a file or a chip that's going to do something that's going to do something.
Yeah, some sort of doodad. But like, when you look at this Mission Impossible, it's such a great argument that like the blockbusters that kind of last are the ones that do have sort of like an auteur vision. Like as much as like Hollywood would like to have like interchangeable directors being like, yeah, we have our IP and it doesn't really matter who's in charge. It's like, well, it kind of does. Cause like, even though I don't like Mission Impossible 2, that is a John Woo film. That is John Woo trying to do his thing. It doesn't really work, but it is at least his. And then I think from like Abrams forward, there is a kind of anonymity, even though I like Brad Bird a lot. I'm not saying like they're bad films, but like you can look at this Mission Impossible and like, this is a Brian De Palma film, unmistakably.
You can see in real time the death of that sensibility in these movies, where every new one was less unique to the director.
Yes.
I mean, like I've said this about the Alien franchise, where like the Alien franchise also did that. They also like, there used to be a time where a franchise wasn't actually bigger than the director, or they would allow themselves, where the Alien franchise wouldn't just like Marvel envelop a director and go like, just do the thing. You're here to just do the thing. Or a director could go like, I want to bring the way like my vision, where you watch Alien Resurrection and you go, yeah, this is the fucking Amelie guy, isn't it? Like I can tell watching the movie, you know?
Of course, famously not the case with Alien 3, but
because Alien 3 was, he wasn't David Fincher yet.
Yeah.
Well, if he had been, they wouldn't. That's the thing, that they wouldn't let him do it. Like that film was supposed to be dark as hell, and they're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, but it's and so like I don't know. It's Aliens is James Cameron.
Yeah.
You can feel that and so we used to do it more, and like Mission Impossible, those first two, I think it's just like they kind of went like, oh yeah, after John Woo, they're like more action, action, and it's like I kind of wish they like. Because then, J.J. Abrams was the third one.
And his movie is like a big
guy.
episode of Alias.
Yeah, and then it was Brad Bird, and he's big enough that he probably could. And Macquarie, I like his vision. It's just now they just keep doing it. They're like Macquarie, and it's like, oh, whatever happened to like we were swapping it up, you know? Like the new Evil Deads, they're swapping directors on purpose, where it's like, yeah, that's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like they should have directors have more of a say over, because really what it feels like, I mean, you're right. Like you would have this big franchise, but they're like, look, we're just going to keep bringing in different people sometimes. I mean, I think sometimes the director wanted to stick around, like Richard Donner just doing all 4 Lethal Weapon films, and
for sure
those are what they are. But this feels like more like kind of like these days it's more like a return to like the studio system, where it's like we're going to make a bunch of Andy Hardy movies, and it doesn't really matter who's in them as long as it's Andy Hardy. Or we'll make a bunch of Thin Man movies, and it doesn't really matter who directs it, just we need to have Powell and Loy and they solve a mystery. And again, that's not the worst thing ever, but it's just it does.
It bothers me when
We're not
something
serving
is
a
too
vision
big to
here.
fail.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You're serving the producer's vision. More than anything.
It bothers me with like when something's too big to fail, like Marvel, where you're like, come on,
Yeah.
guys. That's why I've said it before. My favorite Marvel film is Iron Man 3
Mm.
because every other film you're like, oh, Kenneth Branagh did a Marvel film, but Iron Man 3 is, oh, Marvel did a Shane Black.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it is like how little that guy
Yeah.
gives a shit about like any Marvel stuff. Like they're like
Yeah.
movies establishing that like Tony needs like his little heart thing to live, and it's like no, we're gonna hook him up to a car battery.
Right.
It's fine.
And I think Marvel has trouble with that because they're like, man, we don't know what he's going to do with these characters that we have to keep making movies about. But it's like, I don't know, do more of that, have more fun with it. It's just a movie, you know, where it's like, I want to see wildly different versions of these things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we talk about number one?
I think we should.
People
The
have
thing
hopefully
that
had enough
beat
time.
Mission Impossible for number one in May of 1996.
Can people think of it? Don't look it up. Can you think of it? It's Twister.
It's Twister.
It's Twister. This trailer rules.
This is such a good trailer,
It's
man.
such a good trailer that there's the proof of concept clip in the like to prove that they could do the effects, and they're like,
It's
put
a
that in the
teaser,
trailer.
right? Yeah. They show
Right,
the
that
opening.
shot
It's
that's
just the
famously
opening.
not in the movie.
Yes.
Like to the point that Ben Stiller calls it out on the MTV Movie
Yes.
Awards the next year. It's not in the film, but they were like you're saying, they're so confident.
Oh yeah. What, the thing rushing at the
Giant tire
tire,
going through
yeah.
a windshield.
Not in the film.
It sums up the movie though.
Yep.
It's so good because they show basically the opening, and then they probably weren't done with the movie when they were doing this trailer, but it's just the opening and it's like a horror movie, and it's like, oh fuck, and then it just has that one shot where you're like, oh shit, I guess this is going to be out of
It's gonna be
control.
intense,
It's gonna be- yeah. God.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's like it's not like disaster movies were new by any stretch, but I think in terms
No.
of like the VFX to convincingly do tornadoes, it's like, oh, we cracked this. I think we can probably like do a good movie here. And then like not only is it like a convincing effect, but like there's a murderer's row of actors in like the tornado group.
This is, I'd argue this is like a Jurassic Park for tornado effects, where you watch Jurassic Park and you go, like, wow, they nailed it. This, I always go like, wow, it looks good.
It's
really good.
It's a Jurassic Park, just like period. It's a big
Michael Crichton
popcorn blockbuster. Yeah, Michael Crichton wrote it. Spielberg was a producer on it. It's just a big adventure movie.
About tornadoes.
About tornadoes, but it's based around this natural threat, like in Jurassic Park, and it's like this team of scientists trying to like overcome it with like ingenuity and stuff.
But that's the thing, like as silly as it is, it's a silly film. Like again, like we're talking earlier about like you need to kind of have the skeleton there, and it does. It's like, look, we have these 4 pods. Like if we get them into the tornado, we have an early alert system, and like. As a regular viewer, like, that all tracks to me. Like, it all makes sense that you would, like, you're not like, why are you chasing the tornado? It's like, oh, yeah, this all makes sense. And then, like, the villain, the Cary Elwes villain, it's like, he's in it for the money, not the science.
Just in it for the money.
The money,
like,
not the science.
So good. No, that's what's
that
great
Zach
about...
Grenier gets a face full of antenna.
Yes.
That's the thing. This is how Twister is, like, probably one of the best bad movies, in the sense that like it lives in that space where a lot of people will go like, oh, Twister, that's like a silly bad movie.
It's melodrama.
But a lot of people like Twister made me scared of tornadoes more than I'm scared of, for example, avalanches. Like I'm scared of tornadoes because of this movie. Not that isn't to say tornadoes aren't scary, but you know what I mean. And it's because the tornadoes in this are treated like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. The scene where they're watching The Shining at the drive-in is a horror scene where like no one can see the giant tornado and then the lightning strikes and you see it behind the screen. And that's terrifying and extremely unrealistic.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jan de Bont treated it like a monster film.
Yeah, the tornadoes sneak up on them. And they treat it like, where's the tornado? Are we going to see the tornado? Where is it? Is it coming? It's going to get you. It's going to get you. It's going to jump scare you in the road. Yeah, they roar, which... Have you guys been near a tornado? They do actually sound
Of course, they're
terrifying.
loud as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, I've been near one, and they do have that like train sound.
Yeah, it's wind going however many hundreds of miles an hour to make a cyclone. It's going to be loud as hell. But, they roar like monsters with intent. in the film.
Which is again great because like I think
it's a great idea.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. They should like we're watching a blockbuster film, not like a science documentary. Make them characters and like have them go for it.
It heavily implies that it comes back to kill Helen.
To kill Helen.
Yeah, that like actually, it's like that's the same tornado that killed my dad.
Because if you
I know
if you
that
keep
tornado.
following that,
Body
Right,
still
His little
rotating.
skeleton is
just spinning around.
she treats it like it's personal. If you keep following that logic, she's at war with God.
Yeah.
Like that's what that means. Is God is trying to get her.
Yeah, God must destroy Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
because her dad was like, "It's okay, I can hold this shut. I can hold the storm shutter shut with my arm."
And then classically, when he flies out, it doesn't make a difference to them.
No, it doesn't make a
They're
freaking
fine.
difference.
Yeah, no, they're fine. He could have
Idiot.
stayed in the back of the cellar
Just
and
get in the
he'd still
corner,
be
man.
yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Like it's not like, but again, if you're treating it like a monster, it can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news, Helen Hunt, about your father and who you need to be mad at for that.
Yeah.
I like Twisters as well. It couldn't possibly be this movie.
No, it can't. The part of what
it was
made
fun.
Twister so much fun is it was kind of a surprise too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I
it
had
was sort
fun
of,
with Twisters for sure, but like it definitely is like of a different era.
Yeah. This Twister, the original, is still so much fun to watch. Like I probably
Right.
see it maybe not once a year, but like once every 2 years, I'll probably give it a watch. It's still so much fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Again-
really enjoyable. I mean, you got like Philip Seymour Hoffman in there. You've got Alan Ruck is in that.
Alan
cast.
Ruck, yep.
Yeah.
Going back to Jurassic Park, it sort of like did everything in the first movie where it like to make a sequel, you're like, I don't know, what if the Twister was bigger? And it's like, who gives a shit? Like Jurassic Park was kind of like Twister was like, all right, we need someone to go in the tornado. We need dueling 2 tornadoes. We need like a tornado at the drive-in. We need a tornado here where it's just like, yeah, we did it. We did it all.
Nailed it.
We kind of. We're good, and I'll take more tornadoes movies, but that's it's like Jaws, where it's like can't go. I'll take more shark movies, but I feel like you kind of nailed it that first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of lore to unpack here.
No.
Yeah,
Unless, Helen Hunt's dad, killed a tornado as a child and got to keep going back.
If they
guys
made a prequel about Helen Hunt's dad, I would watch that so fast.
Did you ever see I would say the only movie that did an interesting thing was that found footage tornado movie? Do you remember that?
No.
What was it called?
Was that the one with Richard Armitage? That like Into the Storm or am I thinking
Yeah,
something?
Into the Storm.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I think that's. Let me look.
was
It
like-
had Matt Walsh, not the one that people don't like, but the one people like.
The UCB, Matt Walsh.
Yeah, UCB Matt Walsh, which was the weirdest thing about it. But like when you think of Twister as a horror movie, then a natural progression is what if we did a found footage horror movie, but it's tornadoes. And it's stupid. It's very stupid, don't get me wrong, but that was like the only other tornado movie aside from Twister that was like not bad movie. Doesn't even exist, but
Sweet.
the issue with tornadoes also is like they kind of just do the one thing, like as opposed to like hurricanes where it's like the hurricanes have the wind but also the flooding, and then so like you can get to a film like what's the one that just came out that with the gators on Netflix, not Apex.
Crawl?
And it was like it reminded me of Crawl.
The shark one.
Yeah,
with Jim
the
and Hansu.
Yeah,
Thrash.
exactly. Thrash. Thank you.
Thrash.
I knew it was a one-word title and it wasn't Crawl because that
Yeah.
was gators.
I mean, tornadoes. Someone famously was like, we should put sharks in them because, like, we did tornadoes already.
Yeah.
So
It's tough to iterate on that.
It
I
really
wouldn't
is. You can try.
Throw
And
things
again-
into it.
it's just so funny because I talked about avalanches. It's like imagine a movie like this about avalanches. It would be no different, but it feels dumb to say out loud. Like, what if it was Jaws but an avalanche, and someone's like, "That's the avalanche that killed my father," and we're like, "We're gonna defeat these avalanches," and it's just like, "Oh, that's so silly." But I don't know, Twister. My little kid brain was like, "This is a serious and important film." When I watched
It is,
it,
yeah. This is very
Yeah.
important. She needs to destroy those twisters.
It also has
Yeah.
the benefit of setting, like there are places to go and things to move. The Avalanche is like, yeah, I'll just leave the ski lodge. I'll just get out of here now.
Yeah, I mean, they famously, there is a movie called Avalanche. They covered it on Mystery Science Theater. That's a big problem with it.
Oh, I mean,
We're
there's
all
a
just kind of
character
sitting in one
Twister.
space.
Twister has a built-in solve for that, because there's a character in Twister who's like, I'm gonna go, and they're like, okay, bye. Because the thing about Twister is that in the end, I don't feel bad for any of these people, because they are literally like, I want to get in that tornado.
Yeah, they're chasing the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, anything that happens to you is fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't arrest the Twister for this.
It's like being mad at the stingray for killing the crocodile hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
well-
That's what it does.
It's what he wanted.
Yeah. He famously said, I hope to get killed by a stingray. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway.
It's tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Twister.
You want to thank some more producers?
Let's do it.
Big thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts, Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Dave Ruff.
Thank you.
Thank you to David Knife,
Knife Boot.
Henson. Thank you to Disposable Income.
Thank you.
Thank you to Driftless, Magistrate of Wagga Wagga and Skull Tower Aficionado.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Encircled by Ravages of the Scourge. Zombie battle is hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you to Exploding Runes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Funky Jam Mostly Comes Out at Night. Mostly.
Thank you.
And thank you to Happy Ed Classic.
All right, let me take over. Thank you. I was quite frankly out of excuses.
Thank you.
I'm not allowed to say that on a podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you to Joe Man, the Annoying Skeleton.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick, Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mike the Lurker.
Thank you.
Thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you to Norm from Cheers and Dying Love for Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven.
Thank you.
Thank you to Oh Shit, It's Candyman.
Thank you.
Thank you to Numinal Ultra Microscopic Silico Volcanoconiosis Anti-Disestablishmentarianism Jones.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
News stories, not from 1996, from today.
No. I guess a big story was that the movie Obsession is huge, or rather, it was made
Had a
in less
bigger
than $1 million.
and had a bigger second week than its first week.
Word of mouth, baby. It's a big TikTok thing. It was made for under $1 million. It's made it's like something like 80 fucking million global. Which isn't a lot if you're making a Mission Impossible, but it's a lot for this. All it takes is making a good movie.
Yep, $750,000 budget was Obsession, which is nuts.
Yeah.
I would not
I thought
have.
it'd be more.
Yeah, I thought it was like $2 million.
I heard it was shot in his apartment. I think it's
Okay.
a lot of like, let's save some money.
Sure.
I mean, this is the thing, right? Is like my thought on this is like, it's all the right moves, and there's some that Hollywood lessons that they can learn. Some that it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a low budget horror movie where the premise is very conveniently low budget, right? Where it's like,
It's conceptual. Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's conceptual. There's, blood is cheap. It's
Boy, is it.
that. Plus, it's the realization of like, maybe we don't need, we're in a world where like, Harrison Ford can still sell a film, but we don't need to necessarily cast a big cast, pay a lot of money. And it's just like, yeah, what if we just focused on a really tight, good story? And for me, it's about what it says about horror, right? Which is like, we had that kind of Conjuring era where it was like louder, louder, put CGI in it. And it's like, you really don't have to spend like, depending on the premise, but you mostly don't have to spend like fucking $50 million.
Those It movies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like, what are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just put makeup on somebody.
it's like that horror, and I feel like we're like, there's kind of like a donut hole in like the films Hollywood's making, and I guess it's kind of weird to call this one Hollywood. I mean, it's released by Neon, I think is this one.
Yeah, Neon's kind of new A24.
Yeah, but like these films cost like sub $5 million. Or they're just not expensive. And then so like you have that at one end, and then you also have it like the other end, like all the films that cost like $100 million at least to make.
Right.
And it's like, bring back the mid-budget, like that mid-budget film is what the industry needs. But it is nice that at least that you do have like a film like Obsession at the lower end, where I think part of like the box office success is also because people know, they're like, look, if I want to experience this in the way that it should be experienced, I should see it in a theater. If I see it in my house by myself, like I'll be scared, but also it won't probably have fun. I'll probably
It
like
won't be as fun. Yeah.
I want to see, I want to be upset with everyone else. And I also want that distraction free environment. Like I don't want that sort of like, it can't be Netflix. Like a film like Obsession can't be on Netflix because you can't watch it in the background and like, what's the point?
Right.
Like this has to be in theaters.
Yeah, and like when I saw this in theaters, the crowd was going nuts.
Yeah.
And my instinct when I came out of it is I want to go show somebody else this
Yeah,
movie.
I want more people to see this. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I want to experience this with people and talk about it. And so like it's that thing where it's like you can't make a movie go viral on TikTok. You can buy ads on TikTok, you can pay influencers to pretend to like the movie. But ultimately it's like you just focus on making a good movie. And
you can't engineer an epiphany, right? You just you just do the work that you just make a good movie.
Also some movies, like I watched Pillion recently. Extremely good movie. There's no way that movie can go viral. Meaning that like it's not a horror movie. It doesn't have like it's just telling a very grounded human story about, you know, a sub and dom relationship between Harry Potter's cousin and a Skarsgård. But it's like it's a really good grounded film that it's like there's no like, ooh, this'll be a meme, you know. It's like you know, like some movies I watch that movie and I go like, that's a shame that there's no room for these movies as much in terms of like everything is viral. So it's like a movie like this can really survive in that environment because it has these moments that become memes and shit where it's like, oh yeah, immediately. Not all films get to be this.
Yeah. I think sort of what you need is like, I think the hope is that like a film like Obsession, like if the marketplace is diversified and robust enough, it sort of then allows films like Pillion to find their audience in a way that like they're not adrift on their own. So it's like, you know, films like I'm thinking like a Mike Leigh film like Secrets and Lies, like was never gonna be like, oh, like a film we're all just making Secrets and Lies references. But it's like it got nominated for like Best Picture because like there was a marketplace that's like, hey, this small like independent drama about you know, human people just having like real issues. There's enough of attention to this that like between critics and various guilds and an audience, you can power it to something real. Because I also feel like if you're just being like, we're going to have a lot of memeable moments in our movie, like that way lies madness and you're going to fail. I actually think you can't create that.
It.
Yeah. Right. And even Barbenheimer was like not something that anyone I think particularly like that's not like Warner Brothers and Universal got together like 2 years in advance and be like, we're going to release our movies on the same day. Yeah.
Like what you get is a Morbius, right?
Yes.
You like you get punished. The internet will go, oh, fuck you, actually.
Yeah.
You're trying to do this
Hello,
thing.
fellow kids. Get the fuck out of here.
But not only
other.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the other factor of Obsession is that Milk and Cereal, these guys did like online sketch, like they had a following, and I just went and got tickets to the back rooms. It was hard, and they filled the theaters. Like my theater has like 5 different fucking showings. Like this is Lord of the Rings because the theater knew they were like this is going to be huge, and they were right. It's all selling out. Again, I'm in Los Angeles, so I don't know where it is everywhere, but it's the Iron Lung thing too. It's them realizing like, oh, we've been ignoring what, like they're figuring out what the demographic is now watching.
Yeah.
And like the money people are paying attention and finally going like, oh, we need to start lighting like this shit.
Yeah. And I think that's a better return on investment anyway, because like you said, there's like that built-in audience of like YouTube people that are like already like fans of the filmmaker. I think you're having a much harder time. I remember like a few years ago, I was talking with a friend of mine and she was like, and this was like midsummer, and she's like, yeah, I had no idea a new Indiana Jones movie was coming out. And I'm like, I bet you didn't, because like, how do you set, like, that's the problem is like, there are so many other platforms. It's like, how do you reach people? They're not watching television like they used to. They're watching streaming. They're not going to the movies as much, so they're not seeing all the trailers. Like, where do you reach these people? And at least with like a small horror film, it's like, well, you already reached them because they are on board with this filmmaker, this concept.
Well, it's also like there are people who are like nearing adulthood or like older teenagers who weren't born when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out, right? Where it's sort of like it's also like there's
that
this
movie's
feeling
18
like,
years old.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe, where it's like I'm excited for that movie, but I wasn't even like old enough to give a shit about He-Man, and so it's like hanging on to the old stuff where I think like back in the 90s, you could make Flipper, you could make the Brady Bunch movie, and a bunch of kids would be like, I don't know what that is. And it's like, well, you got like 5 movies to pick from this weekend. So fucking pick one. And they're like, well, it's either this or read a book. So, okay. You know, like you could kind of thrust stuff upon, whereas these days it's like, nah, you really got to pay attention to the kids.
Well, they just have way more entertainment options. It's like, you can stay home or you can like give Flipper a shot.
Right. You got to compete. And so it's like, I'm going to predict the Backrooms will probably do on its second weekend, probably better than fucking Masters of the Universe. Because it's like, well, I don't know who's, like what 20-year-old is like, oh, let's hit up the bars and go see He-Man. It's like they have no connection to that.
Yeah, no, it's just, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like whether like the original IP was worth a damn or not, like this reliance that like, well, if it's IP, it must have value. And it's like, well, not necessarily. Like I really liked Blade Runner 2049 and that was a massive flop because not everyone knows about Blade Runner.
Yeah. Right. Well, it also comes down to like, what do you see movies for? It's to feel something, right? To get like a high. And I think what Marvel kind of took advantage of was that nostalgia is a source of that high, that it's enough for some people to go, oh, I know that person. Oh my God, there's Chris Evans, like that feeling where it's fun. It is fun, but it's sort of like I think like Masters of the Universe kind of has that where they've miscalculated, I think, where they're like in the trailer, they're like, look, it's Skeletor. And I'm like, I don't think kids know who that is. I think old people do, and old people will go see it.
Oh, the old heads here do, yeah.
Oh, Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But I also think where that wears off, that thrill wears off, whereas like horror, the reason horror is such an obvious one is that like it taps into something that doesn't really wear off, right? Yeah. It just always works.
And you're asking to be surprised. You don't want to be comforted. You want to be like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? Yeah.
Anyway, other news.
Yep. Of course they're making a sequel to the Michael Jackson movie. Why wouldn't they? It's about to cross $1 billion.
You say of course, but I was like, they make biopic sequels often? That's weird to me.
They do when they had to end when a legal ramification forced them to change their entire third act.
I haven't seen the biopic. I am not planning on seeing it. I have no interest in it.
No. I mean, I can sum it. I mean, if you want to just stay home and listen to a bunch of Michael Jackson songs and be like, God's perfect angel, you'll get the gist of it.
Okay.
That's pretty much the experience.
Like. Yeah, it was like he's a fucking revolution.
Little disappointed to learn that Antoine Fuqua directed that film.
No.
So just sort of ignored the legal ramifications forbidding them to make the end of that movie.
What's fucking crazy is like Antoine Fuqua, like in an interview, is like, yeah, we shot it, and it's like, whatever brought like a really interesting, because I don't know if I believe, some people just want money, and I'm like, unlike the people who are making the Michael Jackson biopic, famously charitable.
Michael Jackson, he's New Beatles, right? And what I mean by that is like, I grew up
Paul McCartney bought his music, yes.
Yeah. I grew up with all these old people talking about how great the Beatles were. And the thing, music is timeless, so there are people our age and younger than us who still like the Beatles. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I was always like, that's boomer shit. And I was never into it. And Michael Jackson is something we grew up with where you can't help to feel nostalgia for Thriller. But I imagine younger people are going to be like, I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Michael Jackson.
Well,
Like at a certain point.
I mean, I get that too. Like for I'm somebody who appreciates the music, but I would never call myself a fan of the Beatles or Michael Jackson. Like I don't own any of their records, but like I like enough of their music. But it's also like I appreciate it for most of the reason those bands are as seminal as they are is because they were groundbreaking and you know, for the time and place that they came out. And so much stuff has iterated upon that music since then. It's like the music does not feel, it's not essential anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
So like I can listen to the Beatles and be like, I have a bunch of artists that iterated off the Beatles that I enjoy a lot more and that I connect with personally a lot more, that this music is not essential to me.
see, I love the Beatles. Beatles are one of my favorite bands, and I am one of those people that are like, they're making this, like Sam Mendes is making this Avengers style freaking four Beatles. Each one gets their own movie, and I can't think of anything I want to see less than 4 Beatles films. And I say that as a diehard Beatles fan because ultimately what these music biopics are doing, and this like the Michael Jackson one too, it's like, how do we generate revenue for the estate?
Yep.
We started out this off talking about like soundtracks and stuff, and soundtracks were a great revenue starter. Well, this is sort of in the same ballpark where it's like we can move a lot of Spotify streams if we like rekindle interest in an artist. I'm a little surprised that this movie has been as big as it is, even though like Michael Jackson was obviously like, you know, the king of pop and like people liked him. But like, you know, the Whitney Houston movie didn't succeed. The Bob Marley movie didn't succeed. The Aretha Franklin movie didn't succeed. Like we've had like music biopics that don't hit simply because the artist was a hit. And so this one has been like very like well received in the way that I think because they've polished it to where the whole concept of it is you don't have to feel conflicted about anything.
Yeah. It also sounds like they just show his music. And I was going to say, like, it's their thing of like, oh, you like MC Escher? Here's a song about MC Escher. It's like, well, that's not the reason I like MC Escher. He's an artist. I like looking at MC Escher. Where like a musical biopic that doesn't include the music would be like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like I don't care about the. I like their music. A biopic about them doesn't, like you said with the Beatles stuff, where it's like, oh, you like their music, like you don't care about their lives.
Boy, I
necessarily.
don't care about what Ringo was doing before the Beatles. Like,
yeah, you have to be like really in the weeds to be like, boy, what's George Harrison's journey like? And I'm like, I'm sure that's interesting, but like ultimately at the end of the day, I just want to listen to the music. And really the best biopics have found a way to sort of, I think, they found a way like around it. Like I think Todd Haynes' I'm Not There, which is like trying to like has Bob Dylan being played by like 6 different people. And I think that's like an interesting angle on an artist where like you're an artist saying something about an artist. Whereas most of these films are just like, here's an actor, we've made them look like this guy, and they're going to sing some songs that are by that guy.
Yeah,
it always feels like an SNL sketch.
It does. Yeah. It's like, and so this new Michael, it's like, yeah, Jafar Jackson looks like his uncle, and he can dance, and then he sings, and it's like, and in great.
The trailer, they were showing like shot for shot, like, look, we did Thriller.
Yeah,
it's like I can go watch Thriller.
This is 100. It was really just laundering his reputation for a new generation of records.
It really is. Like it is definitely
is
like
such a bummer.
And that's the thing. And like I think
really gross.
It's super gross. I would love for someone to try to explain to like this generation that they're trying to market to. It's like I need to explain to you that when he died, Michael Jackson was very unpopular, and like his nickname was Wacko Jacko, and like he dangled his kid out a window. And like people were genuinely freaked out by him and found him disturbing, and that his death was probably the best thing that ever happened to him. So for his reputation, at least. And that's the thing about his second film. Like the first film sets it up where it's like, he gets set on fire, and then they're like, well, you're going to need pain meds. And there's like a sinister like close up of like the IV drip because like he's going to become addicted to drugs. But even then, it's sort of like for his second film, I'm thinking like the truth is nothing Jackson produced like after the 80s was as good or beloved as what he produced in that era. Like, History had hit songs. I don't know but probably one of the biggest song off that album is Scream, which was his duet with Janet. And Janet did not give her permission to be used in these movies. She's not in Michael. So I don't know what you do going with that. So it's just weird.
Dangerous, a little album called Dangerous.
a lot of Captain EO stuff.
Yeah.
He was in the
Black
video
and
for Dangerous.
a lot of
Captain
black
EO.
and white.
Yeah, Captain EO.
Yeah.
Do it all about the making of Captain EO. Fuck it.
Do you remember how many guest stars were in the video for Dangerous?
No, I don't.
It wasn't just like Macaulay Culkin. Oh, it was black or white.
Black or white
Black
has
or
white.
Black or white is like a
Yeah.
whole ass like short film.
Yeah, and his parents were like George Wendt, and I
And
forget
that
who the
was
mom
when he was getting parody. I remember Mad TV doing a parody of that one.
That was later though, because Mad TV was like midnight. This is very early '90s, like '91, when Black or White had a prime time music video premiere. Like the early '90s was when Michael Jackson was still like white hot.
Right.
This is like his first album of the '90s,
And it's like
Dangerous.
it's a big deal. And like they're like, look at the morphing technology we can do. To
Yeah, when he
show
morphs into
that
the
it
panther.
doesn't matter if
It
you're
was
black
great.
or white.
It was awesome.
Yeah, the Panther shit.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So, I put in a quote from the producers, and I think this just sums it up entirely with their idea of making a Michael Jackson sequel. And they said, "quote We think we've got 25 to 30% of a second movie already shot from the prior production activity, so obviously that'll have some benefit ultimately. But we're going to make sure we have a big and satisfying movie for a global audience once again. So
What is
we've
that?
already
That's
shot
wild.
30% of the movie.
Yeah,
the
that's
shot-
a wild quote.
But also, it's like we shot 30%. Okay, why couldn't you use it? Well,
It's all right. It's all the Anchorman. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're not mentioning that they had to delete the final act where they fucking disparage the child.
well,
the
yeah.
children
Oops,
Yeah.
we ran
accused him
afoul of a legal agreement in our attempt to like defame a victim of sexual assault.
Yep. Tried to call the kid a
wild.
liar. Apparently, you can't do that. Oh, no.
Apparently,
such a-
this
that-
settlement we signed.
It's just such a doomed statement to say we're making a movie because we have like 30,
We have 30%.
percent of it that we accidentally shot making this other movie, so we figured we don't want to waste that.
It's like the
And we'll
extra
make a new
Anchorman
one.
movie that they gave to you on DVD. It's like, here's all the deleted scenes. Fucking enjoy your slop.
Yeah, it's deleted scenes. They have deleted scenes,
Yeah.
is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
Oh,
included
God.
the quote. It is literally deleted footage.
Oh,
So
fuck.
it's just, I mean, again, we're laundering the reputation of a almost certain child molester. So
Yeah. Yeah.
People who have done the research, like the director of Leaving Neverland, is
which you can't watch anywhere right now.
Not in the U.S. You
Sorry.
can't. I think he gets the rights back next year or 2028.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, you can't watch it anywhere because HBO had an agreement where it's like, yeah, you like an HBO agreement from like the 90s where it's like you can't say anything bad about Michael, and that's that's sort of like the whole thing. The whole Jackson estate is like, how dare you, ever say anything bad about this guy? And it's like, yeah, because you want to use him for money. And it's so weird that like the villain of your film is Joe Jackson, who used Michael Jackson for money. Like, what are we doing here?
Yep.
Bummer.
Anyway,
Bummer movie.
Michael
Anyway.
2.
Michael too. Back in the
can I tell-
habit.
Back in the habit.
Can I tell people how like the first movie ends, like the little title card that ends the first film, or should I keep that to
Please.
myself? So the first movie ends with like it's like just a long like a complete performance of Bad, and then like he's singing and dancing on stage, and then the movie ends with his story continues.
Oh no.
I shit you not. That's how it ends.
So they did an Avengers.
An Avengers
will
Endgame?
return.
Yes, his story continues.
They're really milking this whole
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
shit.
Okay,
We should
so they
thank some more
already knew they
producers.
were gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably thank some more producers. You're right.
All right. Big sloppy thank you to Rev MD. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Ricky Cilantro.
Thank you.
Thank you to Robert.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Rosemary's Baby from Eraserhead.
Thank you.
Thank you to Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Sorry Cop, world's most laughable centrist.
Thank you.
Thank you to Steven.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sweet Keel likes the way Tom says pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you to the conveniently placed self-destruct button on the top of every baby's head.
Thank you so much. All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to the Herald of the Sasquatchalypse. All right, I
Thank
finally
you.
got it. Thank you to the Oatmeal Savage.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
the Scar Lift by seeing James Woods put a gun in his stomach cooch.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Tubi Terror Bunny has left a resurrected copy of Dead Heat in your house for Easter.
Thank you.
Thank you to these 7 Bs.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tux.
Thanks.
Thank you to Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you to watch me use these prehensile nipples to shoplift loose shrimp.
Thank you.
And thank you to your mom.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Dave.
Thank you.
Dave.
Thank you.
Before we get back into the time machine to return to 2026,
All right.
so we
I
can
don't
see
want to,
Michael
but-
too, so we can see his story continue. Do you have a movie that deserves more hype?
I do. I have a weird one. I got
What
a real
luck!
weird one.
Yeah, you do. Tell us about it.
This is called Bushra, I believe it's pronounced. It is, I think it's, it's Moroccan. It is you'd never know from watching the trailer, but it is a quasi-documentary. And the reason you wouldn't know that from watching the trailer is because it's all CGI animals in New York. It's coming out June 26th, I think, limited theaters. I can't imagine this is in IMAX. But it's made by this Moroccan filmmaker. It's an autobiographical film. It's a queer story. The reviews don't say it, but I imagine they're a furry. But I don't actually know. They're what are they? A jackal?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about the trailer is so weird. The trailer is like an elevator is talking to them. It looks very Beast Wars. The animation, which the reviews actually say is an asset, which is weird because I guess it's all the dialogue is really natural. It's clearly like, again, documentary style, where I think a lot of it is actual, probably
Not scripted.
not scripted. That's the word I was thinking of. And so it's actually kind of pretty. It has a lot of horny stuff. It's also a horny documentary where these animals are fucking. So it's like a queer quasi-documentary, possibly furry movie about living in New York as, I believe, a queer Moroccan immigrant. And so I'm like, well, shit, that's absolutely wild as a movie. So, yeah, if you're interested in whatever that is, you should check this out.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of like Pete Docter's recent statement at Pixar. He's like, sorry, guys, we can't do any more personal movies. And and this guy is like, fuck you. It's the most personal film ever made.
Yeah. Semi-animated. Yeah. Everybody's an animal, by the way, not just like the main character. Everybody in the movie is an animal.
Yeah, not just her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't love the look because you mentioned the Beast Wars thing,
It's
and that
very Beast Wars.
so it comes off as cheap, and I don't want to say that about this film. But I'm interested in what they. This is such a.
Oh, coyote, by the way. They're a coyote. Sorry.
Oh, coyote. This is such a big swing. Like, this is really interesting. And there's
Yeah.
a line in here that jumped out at me. This is the filmmaker explaining why they chose to use anthropomorphic animals, and it's quote, this unique approach liberates the film from the. They said they did it to liberate it from the ethnographic identitarian trappings sometimes found in queer storytelling. So it's sort of I think what they're saying is like by making everybody an animal, it sort of removes it of any other sort of prejudice you might bring to it, I guess.
That's
so that it's
interesting,
just
yeah.
the story about this queer person finding their identity.
There's a lot of this. I said I watched Pillion, and I was looking up interviews for that, and one of the things that, like, I forget who, I think it might have been Skarsgård said, is like, or as the director is like, there was this time where gay movies were always sad, where it's like they were always sad.
Yeah,
and
almost
it's like,
always.
Yeah, where it's like, what the fuck, guys? Like, can we tell one? And it was usually told by gay people trying to create a sense of empathy. I know why films like fucking Boys Don't Cry exist, but it feels like there's like been an era where they're like, let's just fucking make like a love story or something fun. I don't know what this is in that terms, but it seems like there's been a lot of like responses to how gay stories were told in the past by a younger, newer generation. And that's kind of what this is, which is interesting to me. And it's just it's like you said, it's such a big swing. That's why I was like, well, I have to fucking bring this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely,
Like-
this is, yeah. This is a singular idea and vision.
If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Of the anthropomorphic animated quasi-documentaries about queer lifestyle that possibly involves being a furry. I think the market is flooded, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
One of the
so many
reviews
of
was
these to choose from.
notes that this was inappropriate for children, and I'm like, yeah. But I guess if you saw like a poster of this and you're like, oh, kids, let's go see the animal
Zootopia
movie.
3.
Yeah.
Nah, these animals fuck.
They better.
They better, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This is one where I'm like, I hope I'll be able to see this at some point. It's not one I would seek out, but it's one that it's like it just popped out of being so extremely unique.
Yeah, very stylized, and that's something else you pointed out that this is all the Beast Wars connection, and then also younger filmmakers. I'm not sure how old this filmmaker is, but I know this is we had said this is their first
That's
feature.
True. They could be like
or
50.
maybe
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if this is their first feature at all, actually. But
I'll look it up.
we've been talking about younger filmmakers throughout the episode and how their references are all different. Their inspirations are all different from there's not the same inspirations that we had. Obviously, it's 20 years removed. So it's like perhaps this is somebody from a generation who grew up watching stuff like Beast Wars, or like, how there's on Steam, there's all this nostalgia for like PS1 era games and stuff.
Oh, no, for sure.
Working at the video store.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, this is their first film.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know how old they are, but that is definitely going to be an effect of this. I also heard that like everything else looks gorgeous. So that implies to me that it's not cheap. Like it is cheap, and I'm sure it helped with budget. Technically, it actually added to their budget because you could just have fucking people.
You just have people do it.
But I guess everything else is gorgeous around them, and I also have to note that their lighting seems to match up. So like it's an indie film, so I'm sure it was made, inexpensively.
It doesn't. I regret using that word. I shouldn't have said.
But
cheap.
I know what you mean because
it doesn't look bad.
It's what you're saying, and I agree. Where it's like there's indie games that are like it's like that PS1 graphics, and I'm like, you mean the bad graphics?
Yes, low resolution
But then there's us where they're like, oh, it looks like a Nintendo graphics, and I'm sure people older than us are like, yeah, that sucked.
Yeah,
Atari graphics sucked.
I don't like pixel art. I think it sucks.
Yeah,
I like pixel art, but I don't like old.
Like, yeah, I don't like the Atari. I like the Super Nintendo, like little 16-bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
get a little more detail in it.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is
Bushra. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Bushra. Bouchra. You can check out the trailer on YouTube.
Yeah, if you like, like horny, furry CGI. Again, it might not be a furry. That's why I keep saying question, because they're, like you said, their decision to make them animals is for an artistic purpose, where it not necessarily someone who's a furry wanting to. I'm just like, well, a bunch of hot sex scenes between
hot
animals
crushing ass.
If they're not a furry, they're gonna be surprised about their audience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check it out. It'd be amazing if they're like, "What's all these furries doing at my movie?"
Completely, just totally unaware of that whole culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, people really seem to enjoy this. Yeah. Anyway, that's a sode. We've done it.
Woohoo!
Woo! Matt, thank you so much for joining us on this Timecast.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
Timecast.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, of course.
At the end of all things, would you like to plug some stuff once more?
Yeah, sure. I'll just plug my newsletter again. It's called Commentary Track. It's free to subscribe. Cover film, TV, media, and you can just subscribe to that at commentarytrack.net.
Do it. Do that, folks.
Do it.
I will plug patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's where you can support us. You can give us just $5 of your dollars a month. You can access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys. Himboos, our supernatural podcast. If you want to kick in a little more, we watch movies every Friday night with our Patreon subscribers through our Discord. We watch 2 movies back to back, fun movies, very fun movies. And then there's a bunch of other tiers on there as well. So check it out. It would help us out greatly.
Please do. We also have a store. Head over to gameplayandemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store where we have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening. And also check out our other show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you're listening. It's fun. It's just jokes. Improv jokes. Mortal Kombat parody. Check that out.
Yeah, we're recording a new one soon, I think.
So we can get a certain someone to respond to the email.
I have it on my schedule. I'm going to add a question mark to the end of it, and we'll see.
I'll nudge them again. I'll nudge them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we can all say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as The Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.